Hello, everyone. I'm your doctor, and welcome back. Today, we're talking about a condition that affects more than 1 out of every 3 baby boomers, yet most people don't even know they have it. Fatty liver disease. Now, fatty liver is often silent. It doesn't cause pain. It doesn't interrupt your daily life. And because of that, it can be quietly causing inflammation, hormonal imbalances, memory issues, weight gain, insulin resistance, fatigue, and long-term liver damage without you feeling a single early warning sign. But here's the good news. Research from just the last few years is proving that you can reverse fatty liver naturally, and in many cases, faster than you think. No medications, no complicated treatments, just science-backed lifestyle strategies that restore your liver's ability to heal itself. Baby boomers, those born between 1946 and 1964, are facing fatty liver disease at record levels. But this condition is not your destiny. Today, I'm breaking down why fatty liver hits boomers harder, the hidden dangers most people overlook, and the specific diet, lifestyle, exercise, and natural therapies proven to reverse fatty liver documented in major scientific studies. So let's get started. As we get older, our metabolism naturally slows down, but the liver feels this change first. For baby boomers, the liver is dealing with decades of accumulated stress. Over the years, small habits, like eating processed foods, consuming sugary snacks, drinking alcohol socially, or eating late at night, begin to take a toll. Unlike other organs, the liver handles everything: fats, toxins, hormones, medications, and blood sugar regulation. As the body ages, the liver becomes less efficient at processing fat, leading to gradual fat buildup inside liver cells. This change is subtle but powerful. A 2025 review by Thomas and Thomas found that aging adults experience a significant drop in metabolic flexibility, the ability to switch between burning carbs and fat. When this flexibility declines, the body stores more fat in the liver. And here's the most shocking part. Many patients with fatty liver are not overweight. Their liver simply can't process fat the way it used to. Insulin resistance is one of the most overlooked causes of fatty liver, especially in older adults. By age 50 and beyond, insulin sensitivity naturally drops. This means your body needs more insulin to process the same amount of sugar. The excess insulin turns unused glucose into fat, and much of that fat ends up in the liver. Researchers call fatty liver the liver version of prediabetes. Even mild insulin resistance causes the liver to store more fat, raise triglycerides, and create inflammation. For boomers who grew up during the rise of processed foods in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, this effect is even stronger. Years of high carb, high sugar, high flour eating catch up with the metabolism later in life, even if your weight looks stable. When patients ask why they developed fatty liver despite not drinking alcohol, I always remind them the modern lifestyle is the biggest culprit. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, is now the most common liver condition worldwide. A 2024 systematic review by Bakshamogadam and colleagues revealed that boomers have a unique risk factor. The gradual shift from whole foods to westernized eating patterns high in red meat, sweets, refined carbs, and processed snacks. These foods increase liver fat, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Over time, the liver becomes overwhelmed with fat molecules, causing silent but progressive damage. The same review found that Mediterranean and DASH-style diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, olive oil, and fish are protective, reducing liver fat and preventing disease progression. Stress doesn't just affect your mind, it directly increases liver fat through hormonal pathways. Many boomers fall into what researchers call chronic stress cycles. These cycles increase cortisol production, and cortisol signals the liver to release more glucose. When that glucose is not used, the liver converts it into fat. Add in age-related sleep decline, another known cortisol trigger, and the liver faces a constant metabolic burden. Furthermore, long-term use of certain medications like cholesterol-lowering drugs, steroid treatments, and some antidepressants can increase liver fat storage. None of these issues alone cause fatty liver, but together they create the perfect environment for NAFLD to grow silently. Fatty liver is dangerous for one reason. Early on, it has no symptoms. This is why researchers call fatty liver the silent organ damage. Most patients discover it accidentally during an ultrasound or a routine blood test, but inside the liver, real damage is occurring. Inflammation begins to rise. Fat droplets accumulate inside liver cells. Hormone balance becomes disrupted, insulin resistance worsens. Liver enzymes begin creeping upward. Over time, fatty liver can progress into more serious stages: NASH, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, inflammation and damage, fibrosis, scar tissue formation, cirrhosis, severe irreversible scarring, liver cancer. The real danger is that even early fatty liver increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity and abdominal fat, high cholesterol, memory decline, fatigue and low energy. Studies show that fatty liver nearly doubles the risk of heart attack and stroke, often more than cholesterol or blood pressure alone. If you're looking for the strongest, most consistently proven diet for fatty liver reversal, Mediterranean eating is the gold standard. The Mediterranean diet works because it completely restructures the biochemical environment inside the liver. In fatty liver disease, the liver is overloaded with saturated fats, sugars, and inflammatory molecules. Mediterranean foods counter these issues on 3 levels. First of all, they reduce liver inflammation. Vegetables, berries, leafy greens, and tomatoes contain antioxidants like polyphenols and flavonoids. These plant compounds neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress, the main trigger behind liver cell injury. Olive oil, the core fat source in Mediterranean eating, is rich in monounsaturated fats and a unique antioxidant called oleocanthal, which has anti-inflammatory effects similar to ibuprofen. Secondly, they help the liver burn more fat. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, increase the liver's ability to oxidize fat, meaning it burns stored fat more efficiently. Multiple studies show that omega-3s can reduce liver fat independent of weight loss, which is crucial for adults above 50 who often struggle with rapid weight reduction. Lastly, they improve insulin sensitivity. Whole grains like barley and oats digest slowly, preventing the rapid blood sugar spikes that force the liver to convert excess glucose into fat. This foundational shift helps restore metabolic stability. A major 2024 systematic review found that the Mediterranean diet can reduce liver fat by up to 30% within 3 months, improve ALT and AST levels, and halt progression from simple fatty liver to NASH. DASH was created for heart health, but research now shows it doubles as a powerful liver healing plan. DASH works especially well for older adults who developed fatty liver alongside high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or metabolic syndrome. High fiber intake fiber, especially from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, binds to fat and toxins in the digestive tract and helps carry them out of the body. This reduces the workload on the liver. Reduce sodium levels. Lower sodium reduces water retention and inflammation. High salt intake worsens liver fibrosis, so sodium reduction is protective. Lean proteins protect the liver. Instead of red meat, DASH favors poultry, fish, and plant proteins like beans and lentils. These proteins support liver detoxification pathways and provide amino acids needed for repair. Lower saturated fats. Saturated fat from red and processed meats contributes heavily to liver fat accumulation. By removing these foods, the liver is able to process fats more efficiently. Research shows that patients following DASH for 8 to 12 weeks experience reductions in liver fat, improved insulin sensitivity, and dramatic improvements in blood pressure, all of which ease the liver's metabolic burden. Low-carb diets trigger one of the strongest metabolic switches in the body, forcing the liver to burn stored fat. Unlike other diets, low-carb has an immediate effect on insulin, the main hormone responsible for turning excess sugar into liver fat. Why low-carb works quickly. Lower insulin equals less fat storage. Carbohydrates, especially refined ones, cause insulin spikes and tells the liver, store fat. Cutting carbs reduces insulin rapidly, signaling the liver to release stored fat instead of storing more. Low-carb reduces de novo lipogenesis, DNL. DNL is the liver's process of turning sugar into fat. Older adults have higher DNL rates. A low-carb diet significantly reduces this process within days. Lower triglycerides. Triglycerides are a key marker of liver fat. Low-carb eating reduces them by 20 to 30% in most people. Many clinical trials show that even without losing weight, patients can reduce liver fat by up to 25% in the first month of low-carb eating simply by lowering insulin load. The 2025 review by Thomas and Thomas is one of the most comprehensive modern analyses of lifestyle-based liver reversal. They studied thousands of patients and found that combining nutrition, exercise, and behavioral change was more effective than any single strategy alone. Key components include personalized nutrition plans. Instead of a one-size-fits-all diet, patients received customized plans based on metabolism, physical ability, food preferences, lab results. This customization helped patients stay consistent, a major factor in liver healing. Aerobic plus resistance exercise together. Aerobic activity burns fat during exercise, but resistance training boosts metabolism after exercise by increasing muscle mass. The combination reduces liver fat more effectively than either alone. Behavioral coaching. Patients received guidance on habits like meal timing, portion control, stress eating, sleep routines, alcohol reduction. These small changes compound over time. Results. Patients in these structured programs consistently achieved 5 to 10% weight loss, 20 to 30% reduction in liver fat, improved insulin resistance, reduced inflammation, better liver enzymes. This research confirms that the liver is one of the fastest healing organs in the body when given the right environment. Herbal therapies for fatty liver are no longer guesswork. They're backed by real clinical data. Here are the most researched herbs and how they work. First one is berberine. One of the strongest natural insulin sensitizers. Benefits include lowers blood sugar, reduces liver fat, improves triglycerides, activates AMPK, the body's fat-burning switch. Berberine performs similarly to metformin in many studies. Second one is curcumin. Curcumin reduces two major liver problems: inflammation, oxidative stress. It lowers ALT/AST levels and reduces fat inside liver cells. Third one is resveratrol. Found in grapes and berries, resveratrol activates sirtuins, proteins responsible for cellular repair. Studies show improved insulin sensitivity, reduced liver inflammation, lower triglycerides. Fourth one is silymarin, milk thistle. Silymarin acts as a protective shield over liver cells, helping them regenerate faster. It increases glutathione, the liver's main detox molecule. Supporting herbs 2020 and 2024 reviews also highlight green tea extract, decreases fat absorption and boosts metabolism. Ginger reduces inflammation and improves digestion. Licorice root supports liver detox pathways. Salvia miltiorrhiza reduces fibrosis. These herbs should support, not replace, core lifestyle changes. Functional foods fill in the nutritional gaps that many older adults face. Based on the 2023 meta-analysis, the most beneficial categories are probiotics and prebiotics. These transform gut microbiota in ways that directly reduce liver inflammation. Benefits include lower ALT/AST, reduced abdominal fat, improved digestion, decreased liver fat content. Whole grains, barley, oats, and quinoa improve liver function by slowing digestion, reducing blood sugar spikes, lowering cholesterol, improving gut health. Antioxidants, compounds like CoQ10, alpha-lipoic acid, and polyphenols combat free radicals inside the liver. Vitamin D and omega-3s. While results are mixed, these nutrients help many patients with inflammation and insulin resistance. Exercise has a uniquely powerful effect on liver fat even without weight loss. Aerobic activity burns liver fat directly. Walking, cycling, swimming, and jogging increase fat oxidation in the liver. Strength training builds muscle. More muscle equals better insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity equals less fat stored in the liver. Improves mitochondrial health. Aging reduces mitochondrial efficiency. Exercise restores it. allowing the liver to process fats more effectively. Recommended weekly plan: 30 minutes of brisk walking, 5 days a week, 2 days of strength training. Stretching or yoga for stress reduction. This routine reduces liver fat by 20 to 30%, according to multiple studies. I always tell my patients, during liver healing, alcohol must be treated as medicine, not entertainment. Even moderate drinking, 3 to 7 drinks per week, can slow liver fat reduction, increase inflammation, worsen fibrosis, elevate liver enzymes. The liver needs a clean environment to heal. Reducing or pausing alcohol intake speeds up recovery dramatically. Using modern apps or simple devices can boost consistency. Tracking helps people notice patterns like meals that trigger bloating, stress-related snacking, poor sleep affecting blood sugar, weekly progress in steps or weight. This makes lifestyle changes measurable and sustainable. Reversing fatty liver may feel overwhelming, but breaking it down into a 30-day reset makes it achievable. Week 1. Remove sugary drinks. Add 10-minute walks after meals. Start a Mediterranean breakfast. Drink more water. Week 2. Add 2 servings of vegetables daily. Reduce flour products. Begin a simple strength routine. Introduce probiotics. Week 3. Increase walking to 30 minutes. Add a DASH-style dinner. Reduce alcohol significantly. Add turmeric or green tea. Week 4. Monitor weight and waist size. Add 1 low-carb day per week. Try resistance bands. Recheck liver enzymes with your doctor. Most people see reductions of 5 to 15 points in liver enzymes within a month. Fatty liver is silent, but completely reversible for most people. Baby boomers face unique risks, but also have the most to gain. With the right diet, movement, stress reduction, and natural therapies, your liver can heal itself. The science is clear. Your liver is resilient. Treat it well and it rewards you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more doctor-guided health insights.